Hey guys, Pragmatic Prepper here. I've been doing a couple gear reviews recently, mostly involving this Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9mm. The one I wanted to do was on the extended magazine made by Promag. It is not a factory magazine, so I think there's a few things to go through with that. The cats are getting into it a little bit with me right now, because that's what they do. Dogs leave me alone. But let's just get right into it. Okay, so this magazine is made by Promag. As you can tell, it's pretty large, which kind of defeats the purpose of concealed carry. But let's just go through it anyway. I picked it up because it was easier for training purposes. So obviously, you can see it's a little bit unwieldy, if you will. But let's go through it, take a look at it. Safety first. Did a review on this holster as well, which I love. Let's just start off. You can see, obviously, the magazine is quite large compared to what your standard magazine would be, but we'll get into that more. So safety first. Completely empty magazine. This is also empty. You can see, check visually, manually. Always do that before we get into anything else. So I got my little whiteboard here because I forget a lot of things. So pros, capacity. Obviously, that's the reason for an extended mag. This holds 10 rounds. The standard magazines hold 8 and 7. You're not getting a lot there, but anything in a compact pistol like this is going to be an advantage. Number 2, reliability. I'm going to show you guys me loading this magazine and firing it after I talk about this, just so you can see it visually. But I haven't had any issues with it. I shot aluminum case, steel case, brass case. Had no issues at all with feeding, which is actually pretty good for magazines that are not standard from the manufacturer, Smith & Wesson. So quality, high. I thought it was very good. Nice solid. I think this is. It's hard to tell if it's steel or black and aluminum, but it's very good. Price, $30. It's actually cheaper than the 8-round magazine standard from Smith & Wesson, so not too bad. Loadability. This is where it really shines. This magazine is much, much easier to load than the standard Smith & Wesson magazines were. I had to break them in quite a bit. You can see my thumbs took a punishing. I did a full review on this firearm, as well as a holster for it, and I wanted to cover all the bases with that. Cons, size, but obviously, when you're talking about a compact pistol like this, it's not supposed to have a magazine of this size. So if you look at it, kind of looks a little goofy. It almost reminds me of an Uzi. If you just had the slide back this way, lock back. But that's what you get. The one thing I don't really like about it is that this little plate here sort of slides off of the floor plate. I'm not sure why they designed it that way. But you do get also an extra, probably 3/4 of an inch. So this is very impractical for concealed carry purposes, as you saw when I was wearing it. If you're going to have something this long, you might as well just get a full frame pistol. If you're going to open carry, again, get a full frame pistol. So basically, this is just something that you would use at the range to save yourself a little bit of time on reloading, and it functions exactly as it should, which is actually better than the original magazines that come with this particular model. I didn't have to break it in. I didn't have to break my thumbs apart using it, and it was reliable, which is the most important part. I didn't have any other issues with it. Obviously it looks a little funky. It's very long. I suppose if you were in a situation where you wanted to have more capacity and you didn't care about the concealability, this would be a much better option than the 7 or 8 magazine. As far as concealability goes, though, this is not going to work. It's just not. So overall, I give it, I don't know, I guess 8 out of 10. Price is good, functions reliably, quality is good, and as far as magazines that come aftermarket, it's really good. You see a lot of magazines from other companies with different firearms, from rifles to shotguns to handguns, that are just not reliable, and what's the point, really? So I really do like this. Obviously, like I said, it's not going to be a great option for concealed carry, no matter how you slice it. You can still see it. It's pretty big. If you were wearing maybe a winter jacket or something like that, you could probably get away with it. And like I said, it's reliable, so it wouldn't be an issue. But it's not totally practical. So, if you guys have any questions, comments, want to know anything more about it, let me know. I can't speak to the rest of their magazines that Promag makes, but this one is good. So, give me a like. Please subscribe. I'm trying to build the channel as much as possible. I'm going to be coming out with a lot more content. Like I said, I did a review on this holster, also on this Smith & Wesson shield, the M&P shield 9mm. So check that out. And I think that's about it for now. So, yeah, that's it.